I gotta watch. Multi-use space. Bedroom, back to living room. Alright, Jackson. I'll see you later. Give me a hug. I'm leaving. Oh, be a good boy, okay? Listen to your mama.
Let me know.
Right.
Thank you. Do anything?
Bye, Sarah.
See ya.
My shifter is fucked up. Like, the cable feels like something came loose. So at some point I may be crawling under the van to shift to get to Texas. Okay, so basically the cable to the transmission's not broken. It's something in the steering column in between the handle and the cable. So I can reach under the dash, shift it in gear, and go forward. It's kind of a pain. Consider it a theft deterrent. Homeboy security system. So this is a 96 van. It has almost 700,000 miles on it. It has been very well maintained, obviously, or it would not be running anymore. But the biggest problem is after 22 years, the plastic keepers that hold cables together break. Almost all the door handles have had to have been fixed, mostly rigged, and it works better, it'll last forever. And now I'm sure some type of little plastic component in the steering column has broken and the shifter has decided to quit working. So, just as a warning, if you're buying a vehicle that's in that time period when they stopped using steel and started using plastic, then beware, because plastic gets old, and even though the steel works, you're going to be chasing a whole lot of little nitpicky crap because the plastic's breaking on it. Too. Well, hell, they gotta have somewhere to make it, right? I slept over there with all the big rigs last night. Got diesel this morning. Breakfast, coffee, toilet. Truck stops are a great place to sleep. This is the Texas Canyon. It's a really cool section of like craggy mountains that you drive through on I-10 east or west, whatever. It's on I-10. And I wanted to fly over it. So we got one portion of it. Now we're gonna scoot up a little bit. The shifter's still messed up on the van, so I gotta leave it running, which is kind of a pain. I mean, I don't have to, I can shut it off, but I gotta get up under the dash and click through the gears and get neutral. It's best just to leave it in drive and use the emergency brake and go forward, because that's all the interstate is. A lot of forward, forward, forward motion. That's what keeps us doing big things in life. Son of a bitch! Just had a blowout. And the motherfucking engines are shut off. There's a rest area a couple hundred yards up. Bluegrinch doesn't fit. Alright, I borrowed one and it fits, but it's a little bit stripped down. Yeah. Thank you. My wrench fits now, the cap's out of the way. Snug them all down first. So once they're all snug, lower it down a little bit to keep the wheel from moving. And then you want to tighten them in a cross pattern. So we're going to tighten this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Typically at a tire shop, they would torque these to 100 foot-pounds, so they don't get so tight you can't take them off. That's usually with a wrench and a torque wrench, or an air wrench. If you tighten them with an air wrench, you want to set them with a torque wrench so you can get them off later. When you're jacking it up, you gotta find a firm spot under the frame. Some vehicles have actual like jack points, and others, you just gotta find something solid. Like I just jacked it off of the A-arm. I think it's the A-arm. Gloves are always nice. And the rim didn't get destroyed. 60 pounds, we're good. That could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, we ended up at a rest area, it's a nice day, and had everything to fix it, except for the wrench, which, thank you to the generosity of strangers, it's fixed. If I ever start losing hope in the faith of humanity, generosity of strangers, like what happened today, restores it. Oh, automatic sinks. Come on, baby. Come on. Get that water flowing. Didn't work. I cut my hand trying to shift the van. Another 2 issues. I mean, really, how often do you get to change a blowout on the side of the interstate and wash your hands in the sink afterwards? Piece of the floorboard and took out some plastic in the wheel well. It's a very violent thing. That rubber's heavy and it's slinging fast. I mean, I don't know what the surface speed of a tire is, but it's gotta be, it's probably, I don't know, there's a formula for that. We're not gonna worry about it. We're back on the road, yo! Philly D. This cat has been doing YouTube forever. He's probably one of the most successful YouTubers. Makes a news show every day. Y'all know who Philip DeFranco is. Anyways, Philip DeFranco was one of the first YouTubers that I watched, and I'm listening to his news this morning. I wonder if he'll ever want to go to like a major news network, or if he prefers YouTube, because then he gets to talk about whatever he wants to.
Because this increase barely covers the increases that they're having to pay for health insurance. In fact, some teachers in the state have also said their pay is so low they have to collect federal assistance like WIC.
As a professional degreed teacher working 2 jobs, I qualified for WIC and food stamps, and we collected on the WIC. So that's how low teacher pay is here. You know, there were a lot of times where we had to choose between groceries and health care.
Philly D's talking gun control and teacher strikes in West Virginia. Personally, I'm a gun-toting Texas native, but at heart, I'm a runner, not a fighter. However, if you put me in a situation where I feel like my life is threatened, then I don't want to fight you, I just want to win. And that's kind of, you know, the honest thoughts on it. As far as preventing violence, I feel like we should do more international studies and look at countries that have banned guns and compare it to their gun violence and how effective it is. I mean, look at Mexico. Guns are illegal in Mexico, but they have a huge amount of gun violence. Secondly, teachers going on strike in West Virginia. I mean, really, when a teacher takes a position, they know that they're going into a profession that requires a lot of education with hopes of never making more than a decent living. And then we can't even pay them enough that they got to go on strike. Maybe we need like a federal standard for it. Just because the state's broke and it can't afford to pay their teachers properly, maybe there should be some type of relief, like a base pay, so that teachers don't go on strike. That's crazy. Why is this even happening? And I've zoned out from the world of current events, trying to learn how to make movies, and I'm starting to get back into it because it's important and I care about it. That's something I thoroughly enjoy. I don't follow sports, but I like staying up on current events. It's very important to look at the facts and the actions of what's going on before developing an opinion on a subject. And for the most part, unless you have a solution, I don't feel like it's really a good idea to talk a whole lot of shit about something. Now me,
I've been lifting. I'm gonna try to straighten my neck out. I try to pull it back up into its normal position. I got one of those things. It hangs from the door. I'm stretching my neck.
Hollywood is so fucking insular. They love sniffing their own farts and sucking their own dicks.
To ride a bike over Trans Mountain, you gotta be a beast. I bet those guys have thighs that are bigger than my waist. I don't know, that's pretty big. They rode all 5,000 feet. That's the elevation. I think we're at like 2,500 now.
Got trees for legs, yo.